Today we are going to talk about a company which solves a huge problem that exists for the small and medium-sized businesses across US. A payroll and tax administration, HR benefits, and regulatory compliance are very critical to the success of any business. But many business owners, especially the early stage businesses, they do not have the adequate experience or time to manage these areas. Small and mid-sized businesses are increasingly turning professional employer organizations, or PEOs in short, for support with critical and strategic HR management so they can focus on their core businesses. Insperity is one such company which is one of the leading PEOs in the market, and it has been in existence for over 3 decades. A quick disclaimer, this is by no means a recommendation. This is purely for education purpose. So in this research series, we start with the business overview, which we cover in this video, and then we release a series of subsequent videos covering the moats and advantages, a deep dive into the industry. We cover the competitors, we discuss the business risks, we take a deep dive into the management, and then we conclude our research with the financials and the valuation. Now, there are 2 models in which Insperity works. One is the co-employment model and the other is the traditional employment model. In the co-employment model, there is a service agreement which exists between the client and Insperity, and both the client and Insperity act as employers for all the employees. The client outsources the entire HR function to a single strategic partner, which is Insperity, and client enters into an agreement with Insperity to establish a relationship between themselves, their employees, and Insperity. Insperity absorbs all the HR responsibilities and the risks, empowering the client to focus on operating and growing their core business. So this is the co-employment model. Whereas in the traditional employment model, all the employees are as usual employed by the client. And here Insperity expands the market opportunity beyond their core PEO model. They address clients who are not ready for the co-employment and may prefer more flexibility and autonomy in their human capital management strategy. Now, there are several challenges facing the small and medium businesses. They come in the form of compliance, the complexity, and the cost. There is significant regulatory oversight which is required to ensure that the business is fully compliant with the different regulations. Now, these are the federal regulations, the state regulations, as well as several other local regulations which the business has to comply with. Now, also, sometimes even understanding these regulations, it can be very complex and very time consuming. And apart from that, the small and medium businesses also end up paying multiple vendors and employees for a variety of operational and insurance solutions. So this can be very expensive for those small businesses with very few employees. So a company like Insperity comes in and solves all these problems. So just to give an example from the 2012 Q4 earnings call, quoting Paul Savadi, their CEO, "I would like to comment on the healthcare reform and what we are doing to prepare for it. Last spring, we launched a task force comprising 3 members of our senior management team and 13 other individuals from various departments within the company. The purpose of this task force was to study all aspects of the 2,500-page legislation and to develop and implement appropriate strategies which will bring the best solutions for the clients and prospects beginning later in 2013. Just since the election, another 1,000 pages of regulations got added to the already mammoth law. And there are still thousands of pages of regulations to come. So this gives us an idea the huge challenge that these small and medium businesses are facing. And here is a list of all the different codes and regulations that these businesses they're expected to be aware of and then comply with. Some quick facts. This is a founder run business founded in 1986 and it was listed in 1997. It has a current market cap of about 3 billion US dollars. This is as of end 2019. And it has about 3,200 employees, including the 565 business performance advisors. They are basically the frontline salespeople who are responsible for closing deals with potential customers. And they are spread across 73 offices, including 67 sales offices in 33 different markets across the US. Insperity serves over 100,000 businesses, co-employing almost 220,000 worksite employees or WSEEs as of the end of 2018. The annual report for 2019 is yet to come out, so these figures will be updated. Insperity provides an array of HR and business solutions designed to help improve business performance. They evolved from a PEO to a comprehensive business performance solution provider. And their long-term strategy is to provide the best small and medium businesses in the US with its specialized HR service offering and to leverage its buying power and expertise to provide additional value-added services to the clients, like healthcare benefits or workplace compensation. So here are the product offerings of Insperity. Their most comprehensive HR outsourcing solution and their primary offering is the workforce optimization. It encompasses a broad range of HR functions, including payroll, employee benefits, workers' compensation, government compliance, etc., along with its cloud-based human capital management platform, the Insperity Premier solution. So all these functions are actually delivered through the Insperity Premier solution. They introduced their workforce synchronization in 2013. So this is generally offered to the mid-market client segment. This is a lower cost offering with typically a longer commitment that includes the same compliance and administrative services as offered under workforce optimization. But this allows the clients to select for an additional fee from the strategic HR products and organizational development services that are already included in the workforce optimization. The workforce acceleration was a new product that was started in 2018, and this catered to the traditional employment model. This is a comprehensive human capital management and payroll service solution without the high-touch HR services. This uses the common platform as the optimization, allowing for easy upgrade in the future. And this allows the BPAs to target a much broader market, including those that are not ready for the workforce optimization, which of course they can upsell to in the future. And this increases sales efficiency. And then they offer the business performance solutions, which are mainly cloud-based software solutions offered separately or along the PEO HR outsourcing solutions. The examples are time and attendance, performance management, recruiting services, employment screening, etc. These business performance solutions help to enhance their margin and also helps to improve the client retention rate. It offers premium services and pricings through its high-tech, high-touch, exceptional customized services, and it is not just another cheap PEO for small businesses. They actually customize the service offerings depending upon the client's exact requirements. Insperity's mission is to help businesses run better, grow faster, and make more money. Here's a short video with the founder and CEO Paul Savary sharing the vision of the company. Now, Insperity targets only the best SME clients, employing white collar employees. So they know it's not just about growth, but it's also about managing their risks. So they target only the top 10% of the market, which are basically the thriving businesses and also the businesses which are low risk. Now, this picture shows that they're fairly diversified across the different industries with no single industry being overweight, and they're also fairly diversified across the different geographies. Now, the values that Insperity offers to different segments supporting its customer for life strategy is shown in this picture. So they break up their client segments in these four categories: small businesses, their core clients, the emerging growth clients, and the mid-market clients. And they have specific offerings in terms of their approach, the customization, and the type of engagement that they use for each of these categories. So Insperity also has a very evolved sales process. Their business performance advisors, or BPAs, are the quarterbacks for their services. They are the trusted advisor for the local business community, guiding clients to the right solutions. And they also have channel partners among professional services, the insurance companies, and also the banks. And these channel partners send them leads and referrals. Along with that, Insperity also has a rewards program which they use to enhance the client relationships, and they have lots of opportunities to cross-sell and upsell their services. So this is how Insperity makes money. This is how they price their offerings. So they charge a total service fee, which is quoted as a percentage of the employee's wages. And in that, they try to estimate the cost for employee benefits, the payroll taxes, workers' compensation, and the employer liability management. And they apply a markup on top of that. Apart from that, they also charge the HR service fee for these offerings mentioned in the blue box, and then they have their add-on services. Their gross profit is essentially the difference between what they charge their clients and their direct costs. And the service fee and the fees they charge for the add-on services, those get added to their gross profit. Insperity's growth strategy revolves around hiring new BPAs, training these BPAs in-house so that they improve the quality and the sales efficiencies. Their marketing team generates the leads for the BPAs, and then the BPAs sell the solutions. They're equipped with a broad array of solutions which they are able to upsell and cross sell. They're in turn reward based on their performances. Some of these BPAs, they have been earning the residual income from deals which they have closed many years back. So that's hugely motivating for them. They also get invited to an annual convention where they receive training and various rewards. And the high performing BPAs, they are promoted to become district managers. And Insperity also partners with other service providers and they bundle their products with the offerings from these other partners to be able to offer a much wider array of products and services. And that's how their flywheel for growth works. Now, in 2013, 14, and 2015, there were two investors. One is Stadium Capital and the other is Starboard Value. They were activist investors. They came on board and they literally convinced the board to take several corrective action to completely transform the trajectory of the business. And some of them have been very effective in bringing down their operating expenses and actually shot up their return on capital. Now, since their IPO in 1997, they compounded their operating income at the rate of 15%. And the best part is the share count reduced by a compounded 1.4% a year. So they have been buying back significant amount of shares. This picture shows their competitive advantage which Insperity has across the different segments as compared to the other service providers. They have a large breadth of offering and their products are customizable. These are the competitors of Insperity. So in a subsequent video, we talk in detail of each of these competitors, but these are the top companies in the PEO space. Oasis PEO has subsequently been acquired by Paychex. So Insperity definitely ranks among the top service providers, and among the small and medium companies, they are a leader. Insperity has been able to steadily increase their client retention rate, which stands at 86% now, and that gets reflected from the number of worksite employees which they employ. So that figure has grown from 19,000 in 1995 to over 220,000 as of now. Their revenues have been steadily increasing, and so have been their gross profit. So the business is extremely capital light. They do not need too much capital to run, and they also have a huge amount of float on their balance sheet. And the combination of a very high asset turnover and that large amount of float, which allows them to control much more asset than the equity on their balance sheet, the combination of these two results in a very high return on equity of the business. In fact, currently it's much more than 100%. So we will of course discuss these numbers in great depth in the subsequent videos when we take a detailed look at the financials. This is their founder and CEO, Paul Savadi. He is a visionary and he has substantial business and operational experience. He also authored this book called Take Care of Your People. And Savadi was recognized as the ENY Entrepreneur of the Year in the service categories in 2001 and was inducted into the Texas Business Hall of Fame in 2007. And the best part is they have a very long runway ahead. Only 5% of the small and medium sized businesses are currently using the co-employment model. So that offers a very long runway for a business like Insperity. Their share price has recently corrected significantly from their mid 2019 highs. So Insperity does offer an attractive opportunity for a closer look. As I said earlier, this is not a recommendation, but this definitely is an interesting business worth a closer look. And if you have enjoyed this video, do give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and feel free to share it with your friends. Thank you very much for your time.